Thank you. Thank you, Russ. Nike Kuyaki. So my sense about tonight, bringing Alberto and Victor together, was also what kept coming into me was about the gathering of the Paqos. And so in that thought of that, because we always do an opening meditation, I reached out to my friend and teacher, Jeff Firewalker. Hold on, let me mute. Jeff Firewalker to do our opening meditation because number one, he's been a big part of my journey with all this. And 3 years ago today, we were actually in Peru, not sure where we were at this day, but this was the big stepping through the threshold in a deeper way of being connected to these Paqos that we're getting ready to listen to, and the journey with Asangate and the calling of Peru for me. And so Jeff as a Paqo, he's the leader and the head of the Eagle Condor Council. He's a wisdom keeper, and I have asked Jeff to open up the space with our opening meditation. So I'm going to turn it over to Jeff now for our opening time.
Thank you for the kind words, Leah, and it's so good to be with so many familiar faces and many new faces, and especially in this moment, I feel the beautiful hearts of Victor and Beto and all of our brothers and sisters, Waikichai and Panachai and down south. And it's a great honor. I feel each of you sitting shoulder to shoulder in a great hoop that spans many dimensions. Perhaps I could offer this as a way to settle us into a sacred hoop, virtual as it may be. The medicine of this time is many things, not the least of which is the opportunity to find the still point at a new level. For all around us, there is a war of mirrors, a battle of information and disinformation, a battle of fear. People coming to know themselves in new ways, and people lost in a great storm. So, as Paqos, can we model the simple yet not easy task of finding the medicine of Yanantin, the middle place, the still point, amid all of the apparent contradictions, amid all of the apparent conflict? Can we, as Paqos, hold a center point of unknowing? Perhaps in this moment, we might turn inward to our hearts. If it's comfortable, closing your eyes and letting your attention sink to the space of your sacred heart, that place that anchors each of us to Creator and affirms that we are Creator coming to know herself in new ways with each dawn. And reaching out from our heart are all of the polarities, all of the contradictions, all of the tensions. How do you move your spirit? How do you move internally to find a a still point, so you become truly the sacred witness. And through becoming the sacred witness, how does medicine well up from your heart and become a soothing balm to all the suffering people around us? The Paqo's path is so illuminated with the medicine of the heart, the still point in the acceptance of unknowing, when there's so much urgency all around to know, to answer, to conclude. But we Paqos know that a question is so much more important than an answer. An opening and a connecting is so much more important than the certainty that the mind sometimes hungers for. My prayer is that each of us tonight on this journey and going forward out into our communities carry that still point of peace. We model that it's okay to not know, that it's okay to hold and embrace multitude apparent contradictions that are flying all around us. I pray that each one of us finds a deep peace in our connection tonight, and from that deep peace will be a wellspring of healing and medicine for our families, for the earth, and the deepest places in our hearts. Hayaya.
Thank you, Jeff. That was beautiful. Perfect. So as we get ready, as I get ready to introduce these two Paqos, first of all, I want to make sure that you all have yourself on speaker view, where they'll be in the middle of your screen, and on my computer, it's in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. But as I get ready to introduce these two, you know, like I said, talking about Jeff, you know, we were in Peru 3 years ago at this time, and I remember getting off the plane in Cusco and meeting Beto for the first time. And then Victor was part of our group, as was Ramundo. And so it's just been such a huge journey in my life, even the year before that, as I was called to walk this path. And part of the vision around the sacred fire is to bring these Paqos together, as we had to, of course, cancel our trips like everybody else did. But the vision was to give you the experience of being with these Paqos almost as if you were in Peru. And so when I reached out to Dora, who I'll introduce here shortly, to see if she would help me with this, because Vic, you know, they were separated, they were in full quarantine. Like, how could we do this? And Victor does not speak any English. He speaks Spanish and Quechua, and Dora is a translator. So she has been wonderful in helping me pull this together. And so one thing I want you to remember as we start, because Alberto speaks English, Spanish, and Quechua. He'll be speaking English in his teaching, I believe, tonight. But just know that if there's words or language you don't understand, that this is an energetic experience as much as it is a teaching experience. So open yourselves up to receive the wisdom and the energy that these Paqos will be transmitting. And you are welcome as it unfolds. We're going to have a question and answer section at the very end. So if there's some things that they are teaching that you're not clear about, we'll have it in the question and answer box. But also be open to the possibility of the energy that's coming in for you and what that means for you as an individual. So I'm going to turn it over if I can find them on my screen, Alberto Fernandez Santa Cruz and Victor Chura Quispe. I've never called his first name before. And there's Victor. And then Dora Fronek. I just call everybody by their first name. So Dora, I am so grateful for all your help with this. You've just been a real gift, and I'm going to be interested to see what we can create with this going forward. And Victor, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Leah. And it is a very humble pleasure for me to be here with two of our Paqo brothers. And so I'm going to allow my brother Victor Chura Quispe to start, and then our brother Beto will come on after. So thank you. For those of you who are bilingual, listen to Victor. For those of you who are bilingual and understand Spanish, you'll understand much more fully, right from his mouth. If you understood Quechua, it'd be even better. But I'll be here to offer some translation for the brothers. So thank you, everybody. Mm-hmm.
Buenas noches, hermanas, hermanos, hermana Leah y hermano Jeffrey.
So good evening, brothers and sisters, and Sister Leah and Brother Jeffrey.
Y los demás hermanos, a todos los hermanos, los que están presentes. Un abrazo grande.
And a very big hug to each and every one of you, each and every one of the brothers and sisters that are here.
Esta noche estoy muy feliz por ver a vuestro cara, a vuestro corazón, a vuestro mente.
And this evening, he's very happy to be able to see your faces, to be able to connect with your hearts, and to just be present with each of you this evening.
Igual manera también el hermano Alberto y hermana Dora estamos aquí presente y junto y dar un mensaje para ustedes.
And to be here with Brother Alberto and myself, Dora, to give a message and to convey a message this evening for everyone.
A conversar, dar un pequeño despertar a nuestro espíritu, a conocer qué somos.
And to give, this moment of awakening, and to recognize, in this moment, to ask, who are we?
Algunos me conocen muy bien, algunos están nuevo, y yo vengo desde Queiros.
Por tranquilidad, y pensé que todo estaba igual, pero cuando abrí los ojos, todo tiempo estaba cambiando, la clima estaba cambiando.
And then he started to feel a shift.
Y entonces yo vengo desde Queiros, nación Queiros. Desde ahí yo llevo de este camino de espiritual, camino de naturaleza.
And some of you he knows well, some of you know him well. For some, this is a new meeting, and he is from the nation of Keros, and is on this spiritual path. It is his path. Yeah.
Y yo llevo de mi corazón, no estoy llevando de otros maestros. Yo busco en mi camino cómo puede caminar, cómo puede encontrar con la naturaleza, en las montañas, peregrinando, Muchas experiencias lo tenemos nosotros, con el hermano Alberto, con otros hermanos, y así de esa manera llegar a este camino, ¿no?, de ustedes también.
And so being on his path is particularly that path of being connected with nature and the nature path. And particularly not necessarily needing or looking for a teacher or someone to follow, but from his own heart, he was brought on this path and brought in the same camino, the same pathway with the other brothers, the other Paqos, and it's that path. If I can add, it's that path of the heart that connects us, through nature, and together, our paths connected.
Gracias a las montañas sagradas y gracias a las Pachamamas, ellos nos guían cada uno de nosotros.
And thanks to the mountains, thanks to the Pachamama, thanks to, all of those beings that they're guiding each and every one of us.
Y entonces ahora nos comenzamos a nuestras clases de Kukajalpay.
And so we start this evening with a class on what we call Koka Halpai.
Compartir a la mamá Cuca. ¿Cómo puede compartir? Ustedes seguramente, hermana Lía, practicas eso. ¿Tú sabes, hermana?
And it's this practice of sharing coca, this practice of sharing coca with each other. And, some of you are very familiar with that. Sister Leah is very familiar with this practice.
Y los demás, quizás algunos hermanos conocen muy bien el camino, o los demás hermanos recién están iniciando. Para nosotros enseñar desde aquí, estamos listos. Compartir con ustedes.
And this is a practice that is just part of what we do here. And some of you know this very well. For some, this might be something new, or even if I can add, even if you know this practice well, it's in the practice of it regularly. And so it's a teaching that we would like to start with, and we're ready. He says we're ready to be here to offer teachings for you.
Y igual manera, de este tiempo, para reaccionar o para despertar este momento, todo el mundo, no solamente aquí en el Perú, no solamente allá en Estados Unidos, es todo el mundo. Esas pandemias ahorita nos afecta a todo lo humano. Tenemos que despertar, es para nuestro despertar, a conocer qué estamos, qué cosa estamos haciendo.
And it's in this practice of waking up, and so it's through this that this time in this world, in this pandemic that we're facing, it's not just for what we practice here or what we practice in parts, but it's an opportunity for the whole world to awaken and to ask, who are we and why are we here?
Eso estamos ahorita, hermanos. Por eso vamos a despertar, conocer nosotros mismos. ¿Dónde estamos y qué estamos haciendo? Tenemos que despertar con la naturaleza. Tenemos que cambiar al Taitainte, a la Pachamama, a valorar.
Excuse me. And so it's the opportunity this time to awaken and to really connect with nature. And it's essential that we are connecting with the Pachamama, with nature, with Taita Inti, and so that in this time it's essential that we really know who we are. Why are we here? What are we doing?
De eso estamos este tiempo. Y abrir nuestro chakra. y conectar con la naturaleza y seguir camino. Muchos hermanos en este momento quieren conocer rápido, algunos quieren ir rápido, pero no es eso, es despacio, poco a poco llegar a lo que queremos. ¿Qué cosa queremos a nuestra vida, a nuestro futuro? Está en el camino, necesita practicar, necesita conocer.
And it's this opportunity then to return to nature, as we say, open the field, plow the field, and really to start having that deep connection. And it's time for this waking up and to really know, who are we? To really be aware of, aware of our own selves.
Gracias, hermanas, por escuchar, y ahora entramos con la mamá Cuca. ¿Ustedes conocen Cuca? Algunos hermanos se conocen.
And so it's to following up. It's to put into practice what we know. Some of you know, some of you know very well some of the practices, and others not quite fully. And so it's to fully put it into practice. And so this evening we're working with Mama Coca, and some of you are familiar with the coca, with this beautiful spirit, and so it's to know a little more fully about Mama Coca.
Por ejemplo, aquí de los antes, nosotros trabajamos o caminamos o hacemos otras cosas de acción. Primeramente, hacemos una jalpai.
And so here, regardless of whatever we're doing, whenever we go to the mountains or everything, before we start anything, we start with what we call a halpai.
Y jalpai es compartir con el corazón, con mente alegre. No es jalpai, es superficial. Muchos hermanos jalpai es rápido, común, pero eso no es así. Tiene que practicar.
And so when we do halpai is a sharing. It's a sharing of the heart. It's a sharing of from one to another. And it's not something that we do rapidly. It's not something superficial that we just do in to get it over with. It is a heart to heart, person to person, coming into alignment and sharing.
Igual manera, agarrar tres hojas de coca es colectiva. Es muchos hermanos pacos o muchos normal le agarran tres hojas de coca.
So in starting, we take 3 leaves of coca, which is very common. For the most part, everyone collectively uses that symbolism of 3 coca leaves.
Es 3 hojas de coca es símbolo, lo presenta de la taitainte, Iquipacha y Ojupacha.
And these 3 coca leaves represent, the first is the present, the Taita Inti, and also the Kaipacha and the Ukupacha.
Entonces, nosotros también tenemos de los 3 ñawen, de los ojos de nuestro cuerpo.
And also those 3 main nyawin, or those 3 main energy centers, those eyes of our body.
Es fácil para entender y para practicar ustedes.
And it's very easy and simple to know it and to practice it.
Hay diferentes jalpai, muchos, pero es necesariamente comenzar desde abajo para entrar a otro tema, otra altar.
And so it's easy to know it and to practice it, but it brings us to many other levels of learning. And so we start from the bottom and we work up.
Y también allá no hay coca, por supuesto, no sabemos nosotros. ¿Con qué puede practicar? Puede practicar con las flores o con las frutas.
And so, of course, we know that in many other places and where most of you are, there isn't any coca. But what can you use? You can use flowers, you can use fruit.
Y dar, abrir tu corazón, puede hacer tú solo o puede hacer con los hermanos o con las familias.
And so in practicing, then you can do it with yourself, you can do it alone, or you can do it with a partner or with your other family members.
Pero no puede poner en la boca la flores. Frutas sí puede, porque flores no podemos poner, entonces podemos compartir solamente tu decisión necesitas, hermanos, hermanas.
And so whatever you're using, if you're using flowers, some flowers you might not want to put in your mouth. Of course, you can put fruit in your mouth or some other leaf that can be actually, ingested or placed in your mouth. But it's dependent on you, how you're feeling, where you place it, and where, how you might utilize that.
Es necesario tú, ¿qué eres? ¿Qué cosa quieres hacer? Tú tienes que ser segura y tener paciencia y conectar con ese elemento, sea flores o sea algún elemento.
And the essential or the important piece is to know what is it that you want to do? What is the intention behind it? And so if you're using flowers or if you're using fruit or whatever, but the essence is to open the heart and to connect and to really know and be firm and certain what that intention is.
Eso es poco a poco practicas y conectas tú misma y con la naturaleza.
And it is to slowly, poco a poco, little by little, to really fully be connected to yourself, connected with yourself, and connected to nature.
Así el paso a paso, conocer o practicar. Necesitamos muchos hermanos practicar. La información es poquito, pero tiene que practicar, hermanos.
And so each step, each time that you are practicing it, you come into more of a fuller understanding and fuller alignment with what it is. And to know it, there's not a lot of information to know, but it's to put it into practice and to put it into a really deep practice.
Esa es base para entrar en el camino de espiritual. El base a conocer de tus ancestrales, de tus familias.
And this is the fundamental base of really knowing yourself, really knowing your path, really knowing your ancestors, and it assists in really having a solid base in that understanding.
Así de esa manera, hermanos, muchos hermanos están en el camino o ya practican con los maestros, diferentes niveles de maestro, y que practican, hermanos, sigan en el camino y abrir más, poco a poco, a llegar a un camino. ¿Dónde estás? Ahí el camino nos espera. Los espíritus nos esperan, nos guía a conectar nosotros mismos para compartir a los demás.
And many of you know the practice of it and do it and have practiced with, some great maestros and have done halpai and shared coca with many great people. And that beautiful part is to continue practicing and to continue doing it and to come to an even greater, deeper level of, a whole different level. And it's being on the path. And that path is waiting. The spirits are waiting. The the cosmic beings, they're waiting. And so it's coming into a deeper connection with that practice.
Igual manera, hay maestros de las culturas. Dentro donde nos escucha ahorita, están ahí, hay maestros de diferentes culturas. Si valoramos nosotros, es bienvenida a ese maestro y bienvenida a lo que han conocido sus culturas. Seguramente los maestros, poco a poco también ellos, conocían el camino.
And there are many teachers, many maestros and masters within the different cultures, within many different cultures that recognize, and I would say know this practice or recognize this practice, and it is within many of those different cultures that the maestros, the teachers, the masters have a similar connection, similar understanding and practice.
Y con esos maestros, con esos hermanos mayores, compartimos. La energía es la misma. La tierra es una sola. La agua es una sola. Claro que si la cultura diferente es un poquito diferente a la práctica, pero es una sola. Necesariamente unir, completar, para ir más camino, para conocer más culturas o más sabios. Conectar con la taitainte, conectar con la mamaquilla, conectar con la laguna, conectar con la tierra, conectar con el fuego.
And it's knowing all of those, those different paths, those different cultures, those different, if I can add, traditions that they may be a little different from what we practice here, or may have their subtle differences, but it's all the same. It's all the same energy. We're sharing the intention of the same energy. The water is always the same. It's the same water. It's the same air. It's the same fire. And it's sharing with the nature and coming back to nature and those elements. Those are all the same, regardless of what tradition or what culture or path. And it is coming together and more fully together, being in nature and being in that connection.
Y gracias, hermanas. Y así esa manera de llevar la Halpai, así nos lleva a conocer diferentes elementos o diferentes niveles. Y igual manera de Halpai nos lleva también, muchos tienen la misa, a conocer a la misa también. La Halpai nos lleva a eso.
And in doing the Halpai, it's regularly in the practice of Halpai, bringing us to that place and bringing us to that connection. And also many are mesa carriers, and it's also connecting through the mesa and being connected to your mesa.
Entonces, hermanas, necesitar a ustedes, hermanas, practicar. No será cada día. Muchos no tenemos cada día para practicar o para conocer, pero hay tiempo para concentrar a nuestro Koyamesa o nuestro Halpai o nuestro Napaikui. Napaikui también otro nivel. Hay diferentes niveles.
And so it's important that we are regularly doing that practice. And it may not be for some, it may not be every day, but it is to have those moments of connection and regularly, deeply connect through Halpai, through the Kuya Mesas, and for some it may also be Napaiqui. There are many different levels and many levels of doing Napaiqui.
Entonces la jalpa es importante conocer todo lo que tienes. Muchos tienen mastanas, muchos tienen diferentes elementos, por ejemplo la campanilla, o por ejemplo el querito de la parabino, o por ejemplo algo tenemos de la naturaleza. Eso necesita practicar. Eso necesita primero jalpa y después practicar con ese elemento.
And so we need to practice. We need to be putting it into regular practice in doing the halpai and really connecting regularly in practice with, all of the items that we have. Some have the bell, some have the little queritos, the little cups, or with your cuyas, or whatever those objects are that you have. And it's regularly connecting and being fully connected in the practice of in doing halpai. You do the halpai and then really sit and fully connect.
Por ejemplo, ahorita lo que un poquito más antes han tocado al hermano, seguramente con sus conciencias, la melodía de la flauta es bonito sale, porque seguramente él ha hecho primerito a meditación pequeño conectado con la naturaleza.
And so, just like our friend who had played the beautiful flute in the opening, it's a beautiful instrument, and of course a beautiful sound came out. But it was very clear that before he had a moment of meditation, a moment of connecting, and it's that connection that was very obvious, very apparent.
La meditación también es mucho bueno.
And meditation itself is beautiful.
Es una llave para consumiciones antenas.
And we consider it a key, or one of those key practices for our practice. Yeah.
Con esa meditación puede llegar o puede hacer a muchas cosas como halpai.
And it's through meditation that you can do many things. Here we have many different types of meditations, and through meditation you can do a halpai.
Hay muchos hermanos también a la meditación hacen superficial. Hay muchos hermanos también hacen la verdad. Le conectan.
Many people do the practice very superficially, or it's practiced lightly. And others, have a more deeper connection through meditation.
Es una llave para entrar a tus cuerpos, a tus mancoswases.
And we consider it one of those keys to accessing what we call our mankoswasi, or our sacred body.
Y gracias, hermanos, hermanas, por escuchar. Por atención, y muchísimas gracias a ustedes. Y ahora puede ser pregunta, algo de hermanos. Gracias, Orpillay Sunkulay.
And so thank you everybody for listening and for your patience, and just thank you for being present. And Orpillay Sunkulay.
Anay, kuyay kichis, yapalay kichista. Hatun markakoy, kay Peru yachtamanta. Estados Unidos yachtakama.
And so thank you, this beautiful IU in the U.S., and thank you to each one of you.
Haile hermanos, Haile mama Lia.
Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, we will do this again for sure. So good to hear your voice and teachings.
Vamos a hacerlo otra vez en otros días. Sí, es un gusto de escuchar tu voz. ¿Sí?
Orpichales, gracias, Panachay.
Oh, yeah.
Te amo, mucho abrazo para ustedes.
A big hug to you guys.
De mi corazón, de mi familia, de nuestro aillo acá, de los Pacos. Pártate, hermano Raimundo, Beto, estoy acá aparte de la Ana. Conoces hermana muy bien, nos conoce. Gracias hermana.
So thank you. Yes, he says thank you from his family, from everyone, you know. And yes, yeah, es un gusto. Okay. Take care.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Are y'all going to switch off now?
Yeah, I'm gonna move and I'll go off screen, and these two can take over.
Okay, thank you.
Good, good evening, dear brother, dear sister. Panachai Leah, thank you so much for makes and open, this space for us and give it to the opportunity to us to participate, in your hope. And also all the brother and sister, what, today, this evening, they commit, and open, their own space and give the opportunity to hear to us. Perhaps, some of you, some information is new for you. Perhaps for some of you, the information is low for you because we have different kind of levels, of practitioners and you hope. Thank you, dear brother Jeff Callan, for open again your space. Thank you for, and also to expanding and try to give to you a little bit more about our connection. Not exactly our connection, because us, all the Pacos in the Andes, we are, like a chacaruna, they say, chacaruna, we are the bridge. They use to us, use the physical part from us to coming, or the voice, to connect with you. This is the intention of them. This is the intention to connect with you and open your heart. Everybody, we are conscious about how important it is this, big, key for us. Call it heart. The heart is the best in this spiritual path. Remember, the weeks ago, I was talking about the chanting Jacqui. This is very important. Perhaps some of you got a little bit confused about that because I was talking about 3 different levels. But at one level today, it's, it's about yourself. Chanting Jacqui. Transformation. Growing. Remember, we are talking about the flows. Flows. How important is this one for us, to start to walk, step by step into this spiritual path in the Andean cosmology. Of course, I am conscious about other big, powerful traditions in the world. We have similitude, yes, but what perhaps the differences are, the language and the connection. For us, the connection is coming from the nature, like Victor he was talking about. The Quechua, it's like in America, you say. It's the music of Pachamama. It's the connection. It's the energy. Every expression, any single word is coming from the nature. We copy the sound of the nature. Remember when I was talking, everybody of you, of us, we are, part of the nature. We are like a tree. The difference is it's only we move. This is the difference. Like the animals, you can see it. Also, they can move. They can explore, expanding more and feeling different steps and levels of energy. They feel different altars because different mountain has different power, different wisdom. They keep a lot different knowledge. That's why we have, always I say sacrifice. The sacrifice is like in English you can say commitment. The commitment, is the contract, we can say. Contract, sign the contract and say, yes, I want to follow, as much as I want. This is our compromise of us. It's big, this spiritual path. It's huge. Victor, he is talking about the levels. He's talking about only the basic. It's only the basic. But if we go, different levels, we need, big requirement. The second level, we have to do more different one. You have to use all the tools, spiritual tools, your own tool, personal tool. But for fears, for climbing to the second level, you have to explore about the chanting chakra yourself. Open yourself. Flushing down all our negativity what we have. Second level, it's more strict. The simple coca leaves, like I am sharing with you, have to be clear, white, blank. Because there you have to be writing, we can say, the wishes or the power, the transmission to someone. Because in this level you have to transmit your power, your best wishes, for your friends or for all our brothers and sisters, what they are participating with us. It's important, it's very important, dear brother. It's not only, sometimes we use, like our brother Victor, he is saying superficial. Sometimes we go, with these prayers. But it's a little bit for us, stop and block it, our spiritual path. It's like we are doing one step, backwards. One step back. But heading at this step, again, takes, double or 3 times, practices for us. Because in this time you have to be used more. 200% intention, 200%, center. Align, very clear align about your nyawings, like we call here, or chakras. 4 for us, 4. Everybody you knew about this word, or these centers. So the coca leaves, they can symbolize, like our brother Victor was saying, sometimes, in the basic or universal in the Andes, 3 single coca leaves forming one into. But in the different levels, you have to be just not only 3. Sometimes can be 2, sometimes can be 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 7, sometimes 9, 12. But everyone has, a specific work, a specific work. That's why the Halpa is the big ceremony and power. Our ancestors, Alto Mesayoqs, the Cura Hakuri, Camili, they were working just with Intus. They were using the nature. They were using stones. Perhaps, in the way of the healing, or perhaps in the way, like we can say, punish to someone. If someone, is coming aggressive, to another person. This one, look, how powerful, can be those coca leaves. But a more powerful is you, yourself. Your heart has to be climbing in the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th level to get, this power, to get the right, oration or prayer. It is big, this world about the coca leaves, but it's big also, you celestial being in the inner interior of you. It's both, look. But, we are forgetting your personal guide, your personal spiritual, celestial guide. He is your support. He is your support. Or she can be your support. Because like humans, regular humans, always we are going to have limitation. Always. We have limits. With your spiritual guide, no borders, no limits. Never end that. Never. Imagine, dear brother, how the differences are. I can tell you, yes, just with the coca, we can make, big magic. That's why it's very important for us, ourselves, align, connect, call our spiritual guide. Sometimes calling, our mentors, our teachers, because this is part of our support. Support, like our brothers say, the contract, like I was talking about, before, yourself. Yourself, you get, this contract with the spiritual beings. Like a Victor, like a me, we were working a lot ourselves, committing ourselves, to growing, all the time, upgrade all the time. We have proofs of the Apus, the celestial being angels. Yes, we have, all the time. All the time. But our, commitment, is pushing to us, and our spiritual support, our angels, we can call angel, they push to you, they support to you a lot. They help to us. So I am not telling everybody, I am saying you are going to be this, or you are going to follow this spiritual path, and you have to be teacher. No. These practices also, makes to us, the good person. Makes to us, the nice. Open to us this special, paradise for us. in the different levels, and the different economically, and the work, and your family, and your connection, and your teachings. Because you are teacher for your family, you are teacher for your community. Every one of us, we are teacher. It's only we need awaken, this power. But this one is the first, the first thing for everyone. It's sometimes start over again in the same level what we are. Again, little by little, to grow more with power, with trust, with faith, like we say here. It's faith. Faith. And with wisdom as well. I can suggest to everybody, I think our brother Victor, he was mentioning about the coca leaves. But you can use your centers. Of course, we are fourth center. But in America, you work with 3, Yachai, Muna, and Yankai. You can use, this one for doing this energetic, halpai. Opening, expanding, connecting, and then exploring inside, exploring the hour flows. Because that one, is going to help to us to connect with the nature. It's easy. Always I say automatically, when you are in some level or the practice is increasing, automatically you will see, you will feel how you will connect with the mountain, with the Mama Cocha, with the Mama Yaku river, or the nature of the tree, for example. Automatically. We have to be just awakening our power. This is my suggestion for you. I think so. So, and then to complement, about that, it's the prayer for you. It's the basic. But also the oration and the prayers always, have to be different. Different in the concept of feel yourself, comfortable about the words, what you are expressing or speaking out. And also connect with each, single word. Sometimes, we are humans. Sometimes in the rashness, or we are, do everything quick. The prayers, is like your coffee. Always, I have, comparison with coffee. It's like that. Before go, for wake up yourself, take shower and then, coffee and then rush, goes at your work. Sometimes it's like that, the oration. Sometimes our connection is like this. But this one has to be shift in a different way or opposite. Always take your own time, because this is one of the tools for you. In that moment, you start to organize interiorly your energy, because we have a lot of disconnection. The energy starts to move inside. The air starts to, move like that. Travel, around all the whole body. This one, it's a very nice practice. And also the walking. Always, I suggest walking. Walking is the best. And also walking, the stress, you can flush it down. Sometimes. I cannot say, just one walk, 1 hour, 2 hours, the stress is gone. No, I can lie. Because this one, also has the special chambers, in this level, in this chamber. This one climbing also, deeply inside, layers inside. It's when you are good, in one moment it's, flashing up like a light, But at this, no, I am not talking about the meditation. Relax yourself, calm down, If you wanna drink your coffee, also breathe, respiration, enjoy. Because also, this one, the physical, physical feeding, also, feed, our energy inside, our soul. I invite you, do this practice. You can do it every day in the morning with your coffee. You can wake up, 1 hour before, you have your own time, to wake up like at 6 or 7 o'clock. You can wake up, 1 hour before, and you have more time. And also in the morning, it's beautiful, beautiful to greeting, Our brother, Victor, he was talking about the Napaikui. Saludo, greeting, presentation. Present yourself, and also give, the gratitude. Look, this, I'm talking about a little bit the principles of the universe. And this, it's like a ceremony. It's gonna be, turning be ceremony for you. You will, connect those principles. And then you will see the result in the end. It's gonna take perhaps 1 week, 2 weeks. But sometimes we can notice that. But inside, it's coming. It's coming, it's growing up. It's moving all the energy in the good way, of course. So I invite you, dear brother, dear sister, do this. One thing also, this is like sometimes I have it, answer about this, If, I can go every day in the morning and visit my apacheta, But sometimes, like this, just I give you the example. With stress, with thoughts, with kind of up and down energy, you cannot go, and touch, your mesa, and touch, your spiritual objects. These sacred, very sacred tools, mesa, apachetas, or altars, they ask, for clarity, clean, peace, all these kind of requirements. Happiness. With this, requirements, or with this, conditions you can walk through into your altar, or you can touch, or you can start the ceremonies. If you have a little bit something, some emotions, it's better, to keep, far from your mesa or from your spiritual path, because you are gonna confuse more, and also you are gonna to damage, one of your centers. You are disconnected. So, we have, many things, to talk about that. We have, a lot of information. But, like our brother, our brother Victor say, the practice, is the best teacher. The practice. The practice is the best. Of course, I am saying always your teacher, your mentor. He is gonna guide into you into this space. He is your support as well to guide you into this spiritual path. Don't feel sad when something happens. Along this exploration, we can say, exploration and your practices and your ceremonies, because this is also part of the, not the learnings. It's part of the apprentice. Just you have to keep doing. Please, don't feel sad. Sometimes you don't have to be crying. Of course, it's natural, human natural reflects what we have. But this one is the proof and test for us, to growing interiorly more. Makes to us more big and more powerful. So, I think this is part of my compliment about this teaching. It's not teaching, but information for every one of us tonight. So I don't wanna confuse more. We are talking about the halpai. I was complementing more or less, what we need, for this, for open, or the halpa, it's more different levels, like our brother Victor, he was saying, halpa, personal, yananti masinting, and ayu, so perhaps the next time we are gonna to talk a little bit more about those layers. Of course, some of you already you did these practices, but still you are doing, and also you can feel the difference, how you are growing. Every day you grow. Every day you have more connection. Every day is coming more, Some aukis, apus, achachillas is committing, to work with you. This is the work. This is the work. So, and my recommendation for you, please, this time, this time for everyone. It's being a little bit hard. It's going to be perhaps a little bit more hard. They have a little bit more chaos, but the responsibility or the commitment of us is the Mañacui, the prayer. Pray unconditionally for all our brothers and sisters in this world. Yes, this is my big suggestion for you. And also you can do it fire ceremony in community. Please offer the wine and the cognac in this condition, like I was sharing with you. Clean, pure, in the happiness way. And the haripay, please. Our brother Victor, they were given to you. You can use fruit, flower, petal of flower to Pachamama. The intentions, use the intention. Intention and the decision. You can put in your altar or use the nature. Use the nature, it's better. Please, every one of you, offer. Today you can start to offer, the wine and cognac once a week. Once a week, please. You can use, your own instinct, which day. The day is your own choice. The day is your own work for you. And also, if your family is with you, please invite. Do it, participate then. Please. I am conscious about, the quarantine. We can, join with more than 6 or 2 people, but, like you are doing the same thing, you can use this channel to invite, your brother, your sister, one time. Please, the little thing like what the little thing like you learn from different teachers, please put in practice, because this offer, these prayers is gonna help and make pass very quick this situation what is happening now. Today it's our responsibility. Today nobody, we cannot compete today. Today we are the same. We are just one. We are one in this world to pray. It's your responsibility, it's my responsibility of Victor to transform this one. Bring the light today, to the earth. Again. So this is the recommendation of them. Please, we have to be working harmony. For one moment, for 1 hour, we are going to synchronize our intention. Everybody in the same level. Yes, please, this one. Everybody just the same level. Because this is waiting. They are waiting for that. Waiting for this light, because they need our light. We need to activate our light the spirit, the inner light, you know, to bring, you know, the light from the cosmos again and spread, you know, this love. Because from your love, from this love, what you are gonna do is gonna to coming, you know. With us, the responsibility is to spread this love. Spread. This love has to be God, you know, like a real love, pure love, unconditional love. This is like it's waiting now. That one, we need a community. Community, it's not only one, it's community. So for one moment we are going to leave the differences, you know, economical differences, for one moment, or for ceremonies. I think it's not going to be only one ceremony. It's going to be more than, you know, more than one. Please, everybody, teachers, students, beginners, this is our call, and this is our responsibility, and this is our work today. Okay? Perhaps if we are gonna start to working with this, very soon we are gonna to fix this. It's our responsibility now. Okay? Activate, you know. Activate. You send your own altar, please. Thank you so much. Anyaikichis kuyaikichis. Wai kachay pandachay. Hatun sonkoya rimay shaikichis ta italyay hanakpacha. Kang rimay runki papay ta italyay. Kunamang waway kikunamang. Hispitaya konki anjaytaya konki sonkonkuman. Munaita anki yachaita. Anki palabra ikitaya. Simiki manta luxeramon ta italyay. Konki anki waway kikunaman. Rimanankopa. Hayaya ta italyay. Thank you, Panachay.
Thank you, Beto. That was wonderful. Does anybody have any questions? If you do, you're welcome to unmute yourself and turn on your video. If you have questions for them, feel free. Alan, are you coming on with a question?
I don't have a question. Big gratitude. Thank you, Don Victor. Thank you, Don Beto, Wakichai brothers. Much love to you in Peru.
Wakichai the same. Big greeting at your family, your wife, children. Please give more light, you know, your pacheta.
Yes, thank you. I will.
Anyaiki Wakichai.
Anybody else before we close?
Thank you, beautiful people, beautiful brothers. Don Victor, Don Beto, I miss you, brothers, very much.
Thank you, Wakichai. We keep, you know, in our heart. We have the special altar. You knew we have the special altar here. All the time we are feeding. We are calling.
And us too. Thank you so much. We love you guys very much.
You are part of this tree. You are the support of the root, dear brother. You are a root of this tree.
Uh-oh, we might be in trouble then.
That's why Wakichai. More.
Is there anything else? We'll be doing some more teachings. We're going to get together. I'm going to get together with these guys and Dora, and we're going to talk about some more offerings that we might could do separately. outside of the Sacred Fire Circle. So, you know, you'll be getting announcements of what the offerings will be. Would the two of y'all be willing to do like a closing prayer for us?
I'm just gonna add that if there are any personal requests or ideas specifically for classes that you would like to really explore more deeply with these two, you can send that suggestion just to Leah, and we can coordinate that, because these, I know, just being here in quarantine, we are waiting to work. We love work. we would love connecting with you. So I know that any opportunity they have, they certainly welcome. So thank you. And okay. And so they'll finish with the ending prayer, an ending invocation.
Renee, do you have something before they close?
No, just muchas gracias, Anyaki Kiaki.
More connection, Panachai, René. More connection. Más trabajo, más trabajo.
Gracias.
So will y'all close for us with a prayer?
Urpichalay son kuchalay panay Leah.
What?
Wait, we lost you. I lost you. Can you still see us?
I can.
Okay. Because our screen went crazy.
Oh, it did? Well, no, I can still see you.
Okay.
And we can hear you. You're a little bit far off, but if they could do a closing prayer, that would be great.
Okay. Yes.
Urpilay son kulay panachay. Urpilay son kulay ayo. Kuna kamanyarik sunjes. Taitanchis manta, pachamamanchis manta, auquinchis manta, coyanchis manta. Ay taitalay hanak pacha. Haka Estados Unidos laktapi kawaiki Leah, ge ayunting, kawaiki Jeffrey. Makikima hapichiki, sumaktaya taitai, illa taita, kanchak taita. Ancha sumakta, kay yachaita, atipachunko. Ancha sumaktata, mas tarichunko, kalpankuang, yachayninkuang, atininkuang. Aputay talaya po ausangkati papito, señor de Cuyurite. Corechasca de Bolivia, Illampu, Ilimani, Huascarán. Los ángeles celestiales, cordilleranos, cordilleranas. Makikichis, mahapichikichis. Keo, kikunataka yana paripuay. Kalpanchay puay, taitalay. Hinaliatas Pachamama, Coripuyo, Corimuntera, Colquemontera, Mamalay. Halpa mama. Uno mama, ñuñu mama, nina mama, wilki mama, guaira mama, guaira taita. Keo iki kanataka sumaktaya, yanapay puay, kalpanchay puay. Hinaliatas nyo kay kutapas. Tukoy, mundundimpe. Tukoy lakta kunape. Keo onkoy ni kitapas taitay. Pichariwayko. Keo iki kanatapas, protegiya puay, kalpay kiwan. Guaira kiwan. Mantuikiwan, kay sumah, yam pumakikiwan, lamia puayko. Alin kausay purunang kupa, alin tikari purunang kupa. Chanin chakunang kupa, yui chakunang kupa. Hinaliatas no kay kutapas, yui chaywayko, chanin chaywayko, kiwa kikunata, kay pi familia ikuta, ay luikuta. Kay koskulaktapi wa kikunata. Kay Peru suyo laktapi wa kikunata, Estados Unidos suyo pilakta wa kikunata. Chanin chawayko, yui chawayko. Imapichos, pantamuyko, pasariwayko altonta pap mamita linda, Padre mío. Keo ikikunaka alin foto ikachun, alin tika ikachun. Yayapaq, churipaq, tukuypaq, wawakunapaq, ayllunkunapaq. Qhispichiwayku ñañikita, t'ika ñañikita. Kay qhispirumita hina sumaq k'anchaq sunquyuqta, hatun kallpata, ch'ilayta, ch'ila sunquyuqta, ch'ila yachayniyuqta, awkikunawan kushka, inkakunawan kushka, tawantin suyuwan kushka, añay urpichay sunquchay kuyaykichis. Ayaya.
No, adelante. No sé.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. So grateful. I hope you'll come back to the fire. Bye. Have a good evening. Sweet dreams, everybody.
Sweet dreams, Leah.
Sweet dreams.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so glad.
Night.
Thank you, Choro Chai. Thank you, Choro Chai. Thank you, Choro Chai.
Panachai. Thank you, Panachai.
Thank you. So much love for you. Peace, brothers.
Gracias. Muchísimas gracias.
Gracias, hermano.
Now I'll have a dance
Panachai.
party. Yeah, we should have a dance party one night.
Love it.
A virtual dance party.
Paknachis kama, Tupac Nachis kama.
Wow, thank you.
We still have some people hanging out. Ana Claire, I hope you'll come back.
I will. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, hermanos. Upiyag sangkayay.
Urpillay son kolyay Panachai.